main topic today. And our third main topic today is this. And yes, I did label this topic Bad Boys 4 Still Slappening. Of course, right? There was no other way to do it. So we had that Bad Boys 3 movie, 2019, I believe, or somewhere around there. And it was okay. It wasn't a terrible movie, but it wasn't great. And there was whispers then that they were already kind of planning on doing Bad Boys 4. And it looks like that has now kind of been confirmed. And we have this article over here from The Wrap that looks like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are back with the Batgirl directors for Bad Boys 4. So let's read a little bit of this. Smith and Lawrence announced their reunion on their respective social media platforms through a video in which Smith hinted at the next film in the franchise by playing Diddy, Murphy Lee, and Nelly's Shake Your Tail Feather, which appeared in Bad Boys 2. Smith then hops out of the car to meet up with Lawrence as the cast makes his claim, "It's about that time." The sequel, which is untitled, is currently in early pre-production. According to Sony Pictures, the directors for the Bad Boys for Life movie and the now, of course, scrap Batgirl movie will return to direct the script. It looks like they will all be reprising their roles, and of course, Martin Lawrence and the Slap Man himself will be reprising his role. I'm just joking. I love Will Smith to death. I'm just trying to throw on to his problems like everyone else. Most recently, let's see. You know what? We don't need to read much anymore of this article. The point is, Bad Boys 4 is happening, or again, slappening. This is a little bit surprising. Don't forget, almost everyone dropped Will Smith, and he had all those issues. Apple wasn't wanting to release Emancipation and shit just because of the slap. Again, I believe we live in a world where you do 1,000 things good and one bad, and all we remember is the bad, of course. Will Smith's a good dude, and he deserves to, whatever you want to call it, have a second chance or whatever the hell. I mean, he's not Jeffrey Epstein. He's fucking Will Smith. So let's give him a shot. And, I can't honestly think of a better franchise or film for him to kind of get back into and kind of loosen up. I mean, these movies aren't serious. I mean, they have their serious moments, but they're more fun, comedy, loosey-goosey. What's that word where we make up our own? No. Where when we're acting and we make our own lines up. What's that called again? Yeah. Lots of improv going on. And so, and those kind of sets, Martin Lawrence, I'm betting that gets him, feeling, like I said, a little more loosey-goosey and getting back into this world of, being Will Smith and us respecting him and, caring about him like we always did before. So, Trevor, you're hearing this. I know you've only seen Bad Boys 3, I believe, Bad Boys for Life. That's right. What are your thoughts on a potential Bad Boys 4?
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. Let's get it. I mean, there's nothing in any way offensive or annoying about any of those Bad Boys movies. I can't really speak for the other two. I know a lot of people like them, but the third one, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I saw it in theaters. It was very funny movie. And I agree. I think it's a very good way for Will Smith to get back in. I mean, it was a ridiculous thing he did, but again, dude's done a lot of good too. So
right. Well, my problem is that I've done about 6 to 8 ridiculous things today.
Right.
But luckily for me, everyone wasn't here to see it happen. But yeah, right. And that's kind of my point is we all fucking do ridiculous things, right? We're just, But I'll tell you this, we all don't do as great of things as Will Smith.
And even amongst all the other terrible people in Hollywood, the fact that dude is wasn't that much trouble just because he I mean, I don't think violence is the right answer, but, someone insulted his wife, in a bar. You could definitely get punched for that. Again, I'm not saying that's okay, but,
that's a good point, because if this was that situation, we'd all be like, you go hard, Will Smith. But because it was such a...
it was in that white tux.
It was a
like,
classy,
white people
yes.
affair,
This
you know
is
what
not
I
a
mean?
place
Like,
where, people told me all the time, I've always struggled with anger issues, and people used to tell me a lot, there's a time and a place.
yes,
And I think that's
true.
where it is. And see, and that's
I
the
think
thing.
that's
Is I think you're right. Is if this is at a bar at 2 a.m. and some dude's like, fuck your bald wife. And we've seen video of Will Smith slap, it'd be the opposite. We'd be like, yeah, that's right. Don't you fuck with Will Smith.
That's my boy Ali.
Right? No doubt. So he hurt that dude.
Right.
Right.
So, I as far as that goes, I think it seems very much that the world's pretty willing to forgive him for that. And, it's a pretty good one. It's a proven franchise. He knows like people like this character, even if the story gets a little dumb or whatever. Their chemistry is so dang good that it'll take you through whatever. So it is a really good. It's light work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something to
sure.
get you back into the swing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think this would be great for that. But guys, you guys are hearing this. What do you guys think of the idea of Bad Boys 4? Are you excited for it? Do you not want to see another one?